Good afternoon, traders. This commodity update is for September the 30th, 2010. It's the last day of the quarter, and I'm looking at sugar futures right now. Sugar futures is the biggest performer of this quarter. They are up a record-breaking 47%. It hasn't been that much since the first quarter of 1986. Now, I do not trade commodities, but I do follow them briefly only because they are vital to the economy. And from an economic fundamental standpoint, I believe every trader should follow them. That's just my opinion. Now, I was reading today in the news that Brazil had some weather difficulties with their crop. I was also reading that Mexico has a lot of supply, and that could bring sugar prices lower because it's all linked into the US trades. Now, I was also reading India, which is a major sugar producer, had 13% more rain than they usually do in one of their parts of India, and on top of that, they have numerous amounts of supply. I was also reading Monsanto appears to have acted illegally in allowing planting of a biotech sugar beet crop. Now, this isn't the first time we've seen this news on Monsanto. It seems every time we turn our heads, they're always in the news about doing something illegally and paying off the federal regulators, then getting caught in the mix by whistleblowers. I could have a flashback right now and see it happen 3 different times, but that's a whole nother story. I'm going to go right into the charts, and I'm going to show you some of the things we need to look for sugar. Alright, so sugar put in a high at 25.35 back just 3 days ago, and that's the high of September. It's the highest point that we've been since this May low rally. This quarter has been up 47%. Like I said, that's unbelievable. We've had such a strong run over the past couple months, and right now we had the pullback due to the news, and from a technical standpoint we are under the 10-day moving average, which is at 23.95, and we are approaching the 21-day moving average. Now, if things get nasty and the news does not improve, I think this 200-day moving average is realistic around this 2023 level. Of course, first we have some minor support, and then we have the 50-day moving average around 2076, but that could easily come into play if the news does not improve. Now, for the people that do trade sugar on a day-to-day basis, I'm going to look over some other levels for you on a smaller time frame. Okay, I'm looking at a 1-hour time frame. 25.15 was a level that had major supply. We tested it a few times and we just couldn't break it. And then when we did break it and we broke up to the September high of 25.35, the bears came in and they sold it off. We then retested it again on Wednesday and the bears just took control. Now, the 50 period moving average, right when we went below that today at this 24.50 level, we then became a bear from the technical standpoint along with the fundamental standpoint. The 50's turning down, as you can see, and it's going to keep going that way. If we get a close below 23.78 today, the 50 will then continue to descend, and 23.10 will be approached fairly quick. Some levels that you need to look out for: 22.07. If we break below 23.10, 22.07 is going to be a significant area for a target. And remember, right here at 23.04, this is the 21-day moving average. So this level all in here between 23.10 and 23.04 is going to be a pretty significant level, and there might be some demand down there trying to buy it up, but I'm not 100% on that. You have to follow the news on a day-to-day basis and you'll have a better glimpse than me. That's for all the people that do trade it. So pretty much the point of this video is if there's supply in the markets, then we're gonna presume down for a short period of time. Now, when the demand picks up and we start needing the sugar again, and countries don't have a large supply, then that's when the prices could start to even out and start to increase. I hope this short video helped you out. If you have any other questions or recommendations, please leave me a comment or a message.